Hello, my name's Arrow. I go by they, them pronouns, and I'm officially 2 months on testosterone. So, I have a list that I recorded on my phone and then I transferred to paper about the different things that I noticed. So, first, probably something more noticeable is my voice. So, my voice was dropping like a little bit before 1 month, and then after like 6 weeks I kind of noticed something significant, and then like it was kind of lower and then higher and then lower, but like I wasn't making it lower, it just kind of was. And then a few days ago I kind of noticed it was a little bit more consistent. So yeah, so it's this way. When I yell, my voice cracks. Tried that today. It was real interesting. Like, just, I'm not gonna scream on camera because I don't want to hurt anyone's ears. But yeah, and then also singing is harder to go high, but I can sing fine if I'm singing in a lower range, which is fine for me. But something else that I've noticed is that I tend to be more emotional and have a harder time regulating my emotions and thoughts, and managing like my mental health right before my shot. So usually 2 days before, the day of, and like a couple days after. So 5 days around my shot, I guess, I tend to have a harder time with my mental health. And it's usually worse before the shot, and then it's still kind of bad after, but and then after a couple days I'm fine, and it's kind of back to where I am now with managing stuff. So usually oh yeah, just to clarify again, so the dosage that I'm on right now is 1 milliliter every 2 weeks, just so everyone knows. Yeah, and then so another thing I've noticed is I tend to be really tired or really energetic, and I noticed this less in the last like week, but before that I was noticing it so much. So it was kind of interesting. I've noticed my eyebrows have gotten darker. I think like I kind of looked after, again, probably with just after my 6 weeks, I don't know, around then. It was actually probably between my 1 month and my 6 weeks. I noticed, like, I looked in the mirror and I was like, my face looks different. And I realized it's because my eyebrows have gotten darker, and I think they've gotten a tiny bit thicker as well. So yeah, and I think the skin on my face got a bit thicker. It hasn't changed since probably my 6 weeks. It hasn't changed, but it got a bit darker and thicker, and then my mustache has been growing, and like it's definitely more noticeable in the skin. I had facial hair before starting testosterone, but like now the skin is like, not skin is different, but like the hair follicles look different and they look more masculine than they did before. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I have a mustache. You can see it from like, instead, like you can actually see it instead of like looking really close. You can kind of, if you're standing at like 2 arms lengths, so 3 arms lengths away. I've gotten more hair on my, like darker hair on my stomach, kind of around my belly button, like above my belly button and below my belly button. And then my whole, like all my chest, like from my shoulders to my hips, I've noticed like hair everywhere, but it's like light and thin hair, but I wasn't able to see hair in a lot of places before testosterone, and now I do. It's not really like that significant, but yeah, and yeah, and then I sweat a lot more, especially with exercise. As soon as I start like working out, because I've been working out a little bit, I start sweating. And I've also just been physically hotter. So like just warmer in temperature, which is interesting. And I've noticed that, and not to the point where it's really bothering me, but just like a little bit. And it's kind of just strange. But yeah, so those are the main changes. To talk about genital and like other things, so I am going to make a separate video and put the link in the description for that. It's just going to be like a minute long, but that's only for people who are trans and who want more information about the effects of testosterone. So if you're not trans, please don't watch that. If you know me, please don't watch that. And I hope that you'll respect me on that. But yeah, I just want to, the reason I include that bit too is because and included the bit on my 1 month is because I just think it's important because no one ever talks about stuff. And there is a lot of changes that happen. And I would have found it helpful as a trans person looking into that. So, you know, that's what it's for. It's for education of trans people because the information's not out there. Yeah. I don't think I've noticed any muscle changes on my arms or my legs or anything. Maybe just like a little bit, and I have broader shoulders, but I'm also just not sure if that's because I've been working out. And in regards to all of my changes, there's things that I wasn't expecting to like body hair and like my mustache. I don't really like my mustache. I'm planning on shaving it very soon. It's kind of grosses me out, but also at the same time, I kind of like it because it makes me feel like my body is more androgynous, and like I have a lower chance of being read as female. And also just shows that changes on testosterone are happening, which is exciting. And like I didn't think, like I thought I would, like I don't necessarily like the changes I wasn't looking forward to, but I don't dislike them. And you know, like my body hair or like genital stuff, like I don't know, it just feels like my body, and it's just kind of the way my body is. So yeah, and it doesn't really weird me out the way I thought it would, and it just feels kind of like it's just the way it is. As far as my scent changing, I feel like that either happened within the first month or hasn't happened yet, and it wasn't super significant because I don't know, I've been kind of hyper aware of it, and like I don't know, my scent my scent changes sometimes anyways. I don't really know. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, so I hope you all have a great day. One last thing to say. This is my voice, 2 months on testosterone. Awesome. Goodbye.